What is going on, people? Back with another video, and today we're going to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. Now, if you don't know what has happened with this game, I don't know where you've been in the gaming world. Maybe you wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. Alright, Cyberpunk was released in a very bad state, especially on the PS4 and the Xbox One. It got to the point where Sony pulled the game from their store, and you cannot buy the game from the store as of right now. Also, it's been under a lot of scrutiny for a lot of people getting refunds, which we'll talk about that in a moment. And also, it has gotten to where it needed a 44 gigabyte patch, and we talked about that on the First and Frame Rates podcast. And now it's had a 15 gigabyte patch. Also, the CEOs are getting a bonus because of this game. But before I get into all that, you guys, if you haven't already, check out all the stuff I have down in the description. If you like this content, give it a like. If you want to share it, that'd be great also. And if you really like this content, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to do my best to grow this channel and bring more content to you guys. Alright, let's get into this. 15 gigabytes later, from the 44 gigabyte patch that they had was added to this game. And I don't think it was like a real full patch to where it just add on to the game's data. I think it was some stuff that was taken out or whatever the case may be, you know, a bunch of replacement files. But nevertheless, there's been a lot of work onto this game, and I still haven't re-downloaded the game, and I want to, because I really like the game from what I was playing. Even with all the bugs and stuff, the game was fine. But it just goes back to show you how bad this game was. It was not ready for release. This game should have came out sometime later on this year or possibly next year, and they should have just did what they had to do to boost the game up on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series. I know it was crunch time, not necessarily for the workers, but crunch time for money, where they wanted to try to cash in on the holiday break or the holiday spending spree, and that's where they wanted to get all that money on a half-produced game. And I think the game was half-produced in my opinion. Even though the game, I had fun with it, it's just not as polished as it needed to be. And even with at least with the 44 gigabyte patch, it still had a lot of problems. And it's just insane how far gone this game was and was not ready. Now they added 15 gigabytes. I may download it and see what they got going on, but that is yet to be seen. I'm kind of skeptical about it. All right. The refunds. Cyberpunk 2077 did, I think CD Projekt Red did some type of report to let everyone know that I think it was only around 600,000, somewhere between 300 and 600,000 people actually got refunds from this game. Now, mind you, this game sold 13 million copies since its launch, so they really didn't do much when it comes to the refunds. It was just a lot of backlash to say, hey, something's wrong with this game, they need to fix it, and they did what they were supposed to do because it was so much of a backlash. Not so much financial. You may think all those refunds sound like a lot, but in the scheme of things, when you have 13 million copies out there, yeah, it is a dent to what the bottom line is, but is not enough to say, oh man, we're losing money. They still got off pretty well with this game when it came to Cyberpunk 2077. Even with all the bugs, they came out and got a pretty good profit. Even myself, I had the game on PlayStation 4. Someone gifted it to me. I was able to refund that, and I did get the refund back, which was cool. But I also bought it on PC because at the time, PC was the best way to play this game. And I had no idea that it was that far off. Well, PC had problems as well, and I ended up uninstalling the game. So I did purchase the game, and I don't have no problems buying the game because I don't think it's well worth the full price, but I did have I did have enjoyment out of the game. So with that being said, with all these guys making this money, or all these the lack of refunds that was there, that was not enough to make a dent, the CEOs made they're going to get multi-million dollar bonuses on this game, even though the game had all the problems. See, what happens is, even though they had these refunds, they still made a lot of money off of this game with all the units sold. So with that being said, both CEOs, I think one of them is getting about 6.3 million US dollars. The other one is getting 4.2 million US dollars. See, like I said, even though the game is buggy or whatever, even though all these problems that came in the game, these guys are still making money off of this game because we, the gamer, find a way to make these games work for ourselves, or we just deal with the problems. Do I condone it? I don't condone it, but I'm not the one that's doing it. Gaming is a personal choice. People like to game in their own way, and if they want to game with a buggy game, that's on them. It just depends how much I can tolerate as well. So to an extent, I am guilty of that when it comes to gaming. Sometimes I will play a game that is very, very buggy, but if I'm having fun, I feel that that's all that matters. But the flip side to that is, if it's way too buggy and I can't tolerate it, 9 times out of 10, I will just go ahead and refund the game. Exactly what I did with the game on PS4. I could not take it. It was just that bad. PC is much more tolerable. So what I did, I still have that game to this day. I did not get a refund on that. And I think once it's said and done, I think this game will be serviceable to have a really good, phenomenal experience once they finally get all the patches in. Now, are you willing to wait? Some people have, some people will not. I know some people that's in my circle just do not want to play the game again. First time that they played it, oh, this is the first time impression of it, they're not going back to it, they'll play something else. And that's what I've been doing this entire time while the game was on the shelf, or while I uninstalled it. I'm going to wait and see, and I'll probably go back and play it again, because I was probably about like 20% through with it, and it was actually fun. I actually enjoyed it. So we'll see how that goes. For everyone else who don't want to go back and play it, I'm not going to knock them. That's just how the way it is. A lot of people have a lot of other things to do with their time, and they don't want their time wasted. And you only get one time to tell the show that you're capable of putting out a good product or an enjoyable product. And if you don't make that first impression valuable to them, they're just going to say, hey, look, I'm just going to go play something else. I'll hear about it. I'll watch somebody stream it. Or maybe years down the road, they'll probably get it on a sale, or they'll probably buy it used somewhere, and they'll play it then, where at that point there'll be minimal profit, if any profit, for the developers. So I wonder what you guys think. Do you think these guys deserve to get these bonuses? What do you think about all these patches in Cyberpunk 2077? Also, what do you think about the launch of this game? Do you think it was viable? Do you think it was worth it? Do you think they should have waited a few years? I mean, what do you think? Also, one more thing. Do you think you can have fun with this game even in the state that it's in after these 2 patches? Let me know down in the comment section. Hey, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Once again, if you really like the content, like, share, and subscribe. Let people know what I'm doing over here. Also, you can check out the First and Frame Rates channel. That link is down in the description. That's where I mostly do all the sports gaming stuff. So I hope you guys check all that good stuff out. I will see you guys next time. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.